Hello, Alexander.
Hello, Alan.
How do you do?
Oh, thanks, I'm fine. How are you?
Very well, very well. Okay, we have Andre. Hello, Andre. Welcome.
Hello, everybody.
Good
Hello.
evening. And Nicholas. Nicholas, hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Very good.
Okay, nice to have you with us. And Olia. Hi. Oh, we have another new student. Dasha. Hello, Dasha. Dasha, can you hear me? No. Hello?
Yes.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah, yes.
Yes, I can hear you now. How are you, Dasha?
I'm fine.
And where are you from?
I'm from Russia, Belgrade.
Oh, cool. Excellent. Welcome. Is this your first lesson?
Yes.
Lovely. Okay, that's good. And how did you find out about English Journey?
Someone sent my mail a message about the lesson, and I have 3 days.
Oh, excellent. I think that's how most of the students found out. They got a message from Lingualeo, I think, and that's how they joined, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. So Dasha, since you are the newest student out of the 4 students that I see, can you tell us something about yourself? What do you do? Are you studying or working? What are your hobbies and so on?
Now I'm studying in the medical university, and it's my
Yeah, sorry, you were cutting out. You're studying at the medical university in which city?
in the course medical stuff university.
Okay.
Dasha, it's very bad connection. Could you
Maybe.
fix it? Because you are practically.
Yeah, we can barely hear you.
Yeah, barely hear you.
Let me see if I can put your volume up a little bit. Okay. Maybe it's your headphone or your microphone that's a bit, I don't know, not working properly. Okay, we'll try. We'll see how we go. So, what are your hobbies? Tell me, Dasha. What do you like to do apart from studying every day for medicine?
My study is my career, and I'm like dancing, swimming, sometimes going to the club.
Okay, good. All right, that's cool. Thank you very much, Dasha. Welcome to English Journey. I hope that you will enjoy your time here and learn English first and foremost. So I'll just briefly tell you something about myself, okay, and what I do here. My name's Alan. I'm one of the English teachers here at English Journey, and I'm Australian, and I'm living in the UK now for the last 2.5 years, and so I focus on speaking. Okay, so I will help you to improve in your speaking skills. When it comes to building your vocabulary, so building your word vocabulary, pronunciation, conversational skills, communication skills, and so on, and also help you in preparing for IELTS examinations, if that's what you are aiming for. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. Are there any questions you'd like to ask me, or any of the other students would like to ask?
Good.
Okay. Olya, how was your day?
Fine. I worked hard, but now I'm fine.
You are happy that it's Friday, I can imagine.
Usually I work at Sunday, but that Sunday I didn't work. I don't. I will. I will be. I will be home, and I'm happy.
Oh, so you won't work this Sunday?
Yes.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm really happy it's the weekend because I had a really busy week, so I can't wait to relax a little bit myself. Okay, that's cool. And Alexander, how was your day? I'm sure you're glad it's the weekend as well.
My day was hard too, but I'm not very happy because I have busy weekends as well. Today very early I have to travel to my capital city and spend a whole day there, and after that a half of night I will be returning to my home.
Oh no.
So it's yeah, I will have a 20 hours run.
So you'll be on the move. You'll be on the
Yeah.
move for quite a fair bit of the weekend.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, sometimes.
It will be useful, and I hope I will have some pleasure, but it will be hard anyway because it is 10 hours in the bus.
Oh, 10-hour bus journey. Yeah, I never liked bus journeys, especially if they're very, very long journeys. You know, when I used to be, let's say, sitting somewhere close to the rear or back of the bus, I used to always get sick. I don't know, it's just something I had. Any of you have that problem? No? It's, I don't know if it was the engine or the gases from the bus, or just maybe from the movements of the bus. And I can never read in a bus or in a car, or as soon as my eyes are seeing movements on the left or the right, I become very sick and I can't. So I think there's a name for that, but I don't know what it's called right now. Okay. And Andre, are you looking forward to the weekend?
My weekend practically planned for long time ahead. Every Saturday I have to go to my student and give him a lesson and composition and music creation. After that, usually I have in an English lesson, but tomorrow this lesson will be discarded because my teacher will go away for the weekend to take maybe new impressions, and usually we discuss news on each lesson and share impressions and events, so on. But my Saturday will be absolutely free, and I hope to sleep until 12 at least, and maybe play the saxophone and something interesting, other thing.
Yes, I haven't heard anyone play the saxophone for a long time, and I know it's a very, very nice musical instrument
Yes,
to listen to. Yeah.
yes, it's for me like a meditation,
Yeah.
and 1 hour or more, I usually use it just for relaxing and to get better mentally and healthy.
Does it?
Even healthy. Yes.
Sorry, sorry to interrupt you. Does it take a lot of energy when you're playing the instrument?
From the beginning, yes, it was really hard, but now when I restored my skills, I played the saxophone 20 years ago, and I will try to get back in my skills, which I had. And step by step, I'm playing better and better.
Very good. So I'm sure that you must have developed those muscles that are required. Yeah.
Not only muscles, but
The breathing.
the speed of finger moving and long time breathing. Yes, it's complex skills, and it's really difficult, but if you have lessons every day, after 1 month you can play not so bad.
Yeah, you have to have very good coordination, I think. Yeah, in order to be able
Sometimes.
to, yeah, your timing, your breathing, as well as using, you know, your fingers, and yeah, your coordination has to be really, really good. I've never tried it. Actually, I've never tried any instrument. I have held instruments in my arms, but I haven't really stuck to any of them.
That's no problem. In every moment you can start it.
Yeah, it's never too late. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, never too late.
All right, let us get started, shall we? So the last time we did IELTS preparation, or speaking for IELTS rather, we covered globalization. Yeah, we had some vocabulary. We spoke about certain words which we had to change their forms. Yeah. So we covered that, and we were about to finish and maybe even start with the next focus, but we thought we'd leave it till the next time. So here we are, making comparisons. Okay, making comparisons. I was gonna give you a little bit of a test, but I think we'll get straight into it. So here we're looking at making comparisons, and we have the comparative and the superlative. I'm sure that most of you are familiar with that. Okay, let's see, who can give me some examples? I'm gonna switch it off so you don't cheat. Okay, I want an example from each of you. Okay, so Alex, can you give me an example of a comparative and a superlative?
Second word is
the superlative.
Unfortunately, superlative.
Yep.
It's good, better, the best. It is what you want for me?
Yes, that's it. Excellent. Yeah. So I'm sure that you probably know what that means, but maybe you haven't heard this term, superlative.
No, I don't. Actually, I have a huge lab in some terms, because I don't really spend much time with grammar, but more time with reading.
Oh, that's okay. That's nothing wrong with that.
So I don't know many terms, just constructions, how it used in real world.
Yeah, that's no problem. You know, it's not a problem to fill those gaps. You know, it's a matter of just listening and memorizing the terms. That's all. Okay, that's good. So you've given me an example already, Andre.
Yeah.
What's your example?
Superlative?
Yeah, comparative and yeah.
I want to make a sentence.
Oh, yes, please.
For example, the best way to learn English is reading, writing, and speaking. Как, as a variant.
Very good.
Yes. The better you... no, just a moment. The more you are practicing, the better you know something.
Yeah, good. Yeah, the more you practice reading, the better you will be.
The better you understand what.
The better you will understand the English language. Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. Okay. Dasha, would you like to try?
Can I try later?
Sorry?
Can I try some later?
Okay, no problems. That's fine. You're still new. If you have any questions, you can ask those questions. Don't be shy. Okay. Let's hear Olya. You can tell us an example. Give us an example.
Far, maybe far further, and relative, I don't know.
Yeah, you're very close.
Far, further, and...
So the adjective, first what we need to do is find an adjective. The adjective that you've chosen is far. Very good. A comparative, or the comparative of far is further. Yeah. And then we have the superlative. Sorry?
I don't know how to...
Who knows?
Superlative? How to... or what?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The furthest.
Yeah, the furthest.
So far further...
Excellent. Yeah, very good. Bravo. Okay, let's see if I can give you a little... Actually, I'll screen share this. Let's get back into it. Okay, so here we go. So it's saying, imagine this, the following situation. Mark, okay, he got a band score of 3.5 in his IELTS exam. Anna got a band score of 6.5. Anita got a band score of 7.0. So we can use the comparative and superlative forms to compare their scores. So Anna got a higher score than Mark. Yeah, higher. This is the comparative. Anita got the highest score in the group, the highest. We have EST. So let's look at some examples here below. On the left column we have the adjectives. The middle column we have the comparatives, and then the superlatives on the right. Now, something which you need to take into consideration is the syllable that the adjective has. How many syllables? So, if your adjective, if the word, okay, has one syllable, okay, then the comparative and superlative will just be having the suffix ER or EST or ST. Then we have two syllables, okay? Two syllable adjectives ending in Y. Okay, so EZ, two syllables, EZ, yeah, easy. We say easier, so the Y gets eliminated, crossed out, and we have IER, easier. And the same comes with the superlative. The Y is eliminated, and we put IEST, the easiest. Now, if it's a two-syllable adjective not ending in Y, okay, like quiet, all right, same, we just add the ER, so quieter, and superlative EST or ST, the quietest. Then we have another one. Two-syllable adjectives not ending in Y, the second part. Modern. Ah. Now we have to add something. More.
Mm-hmm.
We have to have more modern. And the adjective does not change.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Yeah.
And most, or the most, is the word that's added to a superlative. And the adjective also doesn't change. Okay, so then we have a third one. Two-syllable adjectives not ending in Y. Common is our example. We say more common or commoner. So here you have a choice. There are exceptions. Yeah, exceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I didn't know.
Yeah, you didn't know this. Yeah. So there is a rule to this. It's not just remembering some adjectives we say. When we're using the comparative, we have to say more, or some adjectives if it's a superlative, we have to say most. No, there's a rule behind this. So if it's a two-syllable adjective not ending in Y, yeah, then we add more for comparatives, the most for superlatives. And then, yeah, we have adjectives with more than two syllables. Convenient, more convenient, the most convenient. So these are the rules, basically. And then we have the irregular adjectives, where the whole word changes. So good becomes better and the best. Bad becomes worse and the worst. Okie dokie, are you with me?
Yeah.
Lovely. So if you like, take a snapshot of this, because this is pretty important. So use the camera app on the left.
Can I ask something?
Yes, sure.
What is the difference between the third word quiet and
Sorry, which one?
quiet and modern? Because it's two-syllable adjectives, and one we change, and the second we add more.
Quieter and modern, as I understood.
Yeah, I couldn't hear everything because there's some noise coming.
Ola told that why we use different way of creating superlative and comparative with quiet and modern, because the same situation, the same quantity of syllable.
Yeah,
Why?
so there,
Why?
yeah, there are certain, it's quiet, yeah.
Quiet. Yes.
Yeah, so there are certain exceptions when it comes to two-syllable adjectives. So this is one exception. There are certain words which have exceptions, yeah, and they will not need more, yeah, the addition of that word, more, or the most, yeah. However, most of the two-syllable adjectives not ending in Y, you will find that more needs to be added. So more, modern, most modern, okay?
So quiet is an exception.
Yeah.
How many such exceptions English have?
We're gonna have to learn them. Yeah, we'll have to find out. I don't know all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't think of any right now. But there are always, you know, in English, there's always an exception to something, you know, and sometimes it's unexplainable, but it just sounds better, yeah, not to say it according to the usual rule, you know.
Phonetical priority.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good way of explaining it. So it's just sometimes it sounds better, it's easier on the tongue, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah.
For example, I was wondering why we are talking, for example, play football, but the same play the piano with article, definite article, but football without an article. It's absolutely strange situation.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. Another thing, since you mentioned about play, when it comes to sports, okay, there are certain sports that we don't use this verb play.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know?
Sport. Yeah.
Do you know why? And which sports they are? What sports they are?
Do some karate, for example.
Mm-hmm. Do karate or practice? You can say practice or train.
Mm-hmm.
But do we say play karate?
No.
No. Why?
I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you the secret. Does anyone know? Alex, do you know? Why do we say play tennis, play football, play golf, but we can't say play swimming?
Maybe because of scores?
No.
No.
Let's see who can guess the right answer to this.
Interesting, but I don't know.
No one, you haven't heard this explanation before, okay?
No.
So we can't say I play box or boxing. We can't say I play running, or track running. But we say I can play table tennis, play golf.
It's not a game, but
They're all sports.
all sports.
Yeah, they're all sports. They all have the.
But you can't say that swimming is game or karate is game, but football is game, and golf is game.
You can't.
So what the explanation is?
Okay. So
obviously.
yeah, the thing is, it's the ball. The ball. Anything that you use, any sport that involves a ball, we use the verb play.
Okay.
Hockey, ice hockey is also an exception. It's not a ball, but it's something similar. Yeah, it's a. Okay.
It can run. It can swirl over one of the sides.
Yes. Yeah. But so this is pretty much it. Yeah. So golf, needs a ball. Tennis, table tennis, basketball, volleyball. For these sports we use the verb play. But when we talk about martial arts, any fighting sports, or, that don't require a ball, we say practice or participate in or do. Okay. Or sometimes we use that exact verb. So cycling, I cycle, not I play cycling. Yeah. So sometimes the same verb is used from the noun. Okay, so I thought I'll share that with you since Andre mentioned it. Okay, so you've taken the photo. For those who are new, maybe Dasha, you don't know, on the left side of the Hangout video, there are some applications, some apps. There's a camera. You can capture the screen and then save it. Save it anywhere on your computer. Okay, so let's move on. The opposite of more is less. Yeah? And the opposite of the most is the least. However, note that we often avoid using less. Instead, we use not as. What's the word missing here? Not as.
As much, as many.
Exactly. Not as much as, and so on. Or any opposite adjective. So, especially with one syllable adjectives. So, for example, a high score, a lower score, not a less high score.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's have a look at number 7. This is an exercise. They want us to make 6 sentences comparing the ways of keeping in touch and meeting from exercise 4. Andre and Alex, I think you were both here in the last lesson, right? And Olya, you were here in the last lesson as well.
No.
No? You were in a different class. Okay, so they want us to use comparative or superlative forms of the adjectives below or other adjectives.
Mm-hmm.
So an example, using a social networking site may be easier than meeting face-to-face, but it is also less personal.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Maybe you can just give me any example. You know, try to use your imagination and give me a sentence using some of these adjectives here. All right, so who would like to start?
Maybe I will start.
Okay, go ahead.
Last year I used to communicate with my friends in a more old-fashioned way.
Good.
However, now it is easier for me to communicate via social networks.
Yeah, that's good. That's a great example. Yeah. So old-fashioned, we say more old-fashioned. Excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you've used easy, easier. Well done. Yeah, excellent. I like that example. Has anyone come up with another sentence?
Yeah.
Yes, Olya?
It might be more convenient to learn English by watching videos, but it will be slower than if you learn English in both ways. Speaking, reading, and
Yeah, again, there were disconnections or some sort of background noises. I couldn't hear everything. But as far as I understood, more convenient. Yeah, something's more convenient. You use that. That's correct. And what was the second one that you used?
slower.
Slowly. Or slower?
Slower.
Slower. Very good. Yes. Okay, that's good. Well done. Thank you, Olya. Andre?
Okay. I prefer faster cars in comparison with old-fashioned, more old-fashioned vehicles. like like something like Queen's карета, господи. I forget
A
forgot this.
cart.
Yes, yes. Um, yes. Maybe I try once more.
That's okay.
Okay, we have a very nice fast car, but I prefer to buy something better and faster.
Okay, good. Something better and faster. All right. How about if try to use a superlative.
Superlative.
Challenge yourself.
The worst idea which I had when I was young was to try to fire our flat.
Yeah. You try to make a fire? Or?
Yeah, make a fire at home.
Oh, right. That's the worst experience. Yeah. Was that true?
Yes, it's true, but I was maybe 8 years old, and I was wondering how how does it work when I just will use matches in our bedroom and to do a little fire. It was just interesting for me.
Yeah. I mean, when we are young, we do many silly things.
Yes.
And I was probably the worst kid in the class when I was young. I was always the clown in the class. So I did some silly things myself, even at school, not just at home. Okay, Dasha, do you want to try and use a comparative?
Yes, okay. I try.
Okay, no problem. Maybe a simple one.
I prefer fitness yoga because that's more fast. Faster.
Good.
Yes? Not
faster, yes.
And more dynamic than hatha yoga.
Okay, I didn't catch everything. I didn't understand everything, but I know you used faster. That's good.
More dynamic.
So what's the other word? Modern. Did you say modern?
No, I must use only this word.
Oh, just one or two. If you can use 2 words.
So no, I can't.
That's okay. You gave it a shot. That was a good try.
Hatha yoga slower than the fitness yoga. That's why I prefer the fitness yoga.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. I don't know. Your connection is very weak. I don't seem to understand the full sentence, but from what I did understand, it seemed like you were on the right track. Okay. Does anyone else want to give us another example before we move on?
The personal an exception? No?
The personal. Sorry.
Personal. It's not an exception. We say the personal area.
No. This is personal and impersonal. These are opposites.
Oh,
Okay, so yes. For example, the teacher asked me a personal question. It's like a private question. Yeah. However, okay, how would you use personal as a comparative?
More personal.
Yeah, more personal. Very good.
And superlative?
Yeah, and what about the superlative?
The personalist?
No, the most.
Yeah, yeah. So as soon as we use more for the comparative, then you have to use the most for the superlative.
It's
Okay.
even difficult to say personalist.
Yeah, it's tough. See, because personal. So this is more than 2 syllables, and the adjective does not end in a y. Yeah. So then we know it's going to be more or the most. Yeah. So, okay, who would like to give me a sentence with personal or impersonal?
I may try.
Yes, please.
The most impersonal questions are the easiest to answer.
Ah, great. The most personal questions, yeah, are the easiest to answer. Very good. You've given me 2 superlatives here. So the most personal and the easiest. Nice. That was great. Okay, let's move on to number 8. What are we seeing here? Okay, so we can use words like much and a bit in comparative sentences to modify the adjective. So much or a lot, for example, texting is much quicker than writing a letter. All right, a bit means little. Texting is a bit quicker than emailing. Okay, so we can also use words like significantly, slightly, marginally, and far. So you can say texting is, you know, slightly quicker instead of a bit. All right. So which words have a similar meaning to much, and which have a similar meaning to bit? You need to understand that. So we can also use certain words in superlative sentences to modify the adjective. So we can say by far, which means by a great amount. So American films are by far the most popular films in my country. So what are we doing here? We can easily say American films are the most popular films in my country. But what happens if we use this by far?
Emphasizing of meaning.
Exactly. Yeah, so you're putting more emphasis, you're modifying this adjective. Very good. Easily. Easily here means without a question or without question. Tony is easily the best student in our class. Tony is definitely the best, or without a doubt. Is another one. Without a doubt, the best student in our class, or without question. Okay, so let's see if we can. They want us to modify the sentences from above. Okay, so the sentences we just use, see if you can modify them by using some of these words. Okay, so for example, using a social networking site may be much easier than meeting face to face, but it is also significantly less personal. So this is the same sentence as the one above, however, much is used, and significantly to modify our adjectives. So now we're gonna make our sentences a bit more interesting and nicer to to hear. So you can use these in the sentences that you just told me a couple of minutes ago, or you can create new sentences. Okay, Andre, would you like to get the ball rolling?
Yes. I try to paraphrase my sentence.
Very good.
I like our old car, but I prefer much faster one, and I want to buy something newer, significantly better. Significantly better, and easily affordable.
Yeah. Very good. You see, so all you have to do is remember some of these words, and your language will sound so much better. Yeah. So your way of explaining things, or if you're comparing certain things. So in your sentence was very good, Andre. You could also say you're looking for a car. You're looking to buy a new car, yeah, which is significantly more powerful. For example, as well. Maybe you want more power. You're sick of your little diesel car that you have, so you want a bit more power. Yeah. Yes. Very good. Very good.
That's really true.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it? If only the petrol prices were lower, yeah? Yes. Okay. What about another student who would like to give us another example?
I can try.
Yes, go ahead, Alexander.
Reading the book is a bit slower, but watching a movie by far more faster.
By far more faster?
Yeah.
By far faster.
By far faster. Faster.
Okay, yeah. Okay, by far faster. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with what you said.
It's a little bit strange. Yeah. Maybe more correctly, we will say the reading book requires much more time and efforts.
Good, yeah.
But watching TV significantly easier and relaxing.
Yeah, significantly easier and much more relaxing.
Much more, yeah.
Yeah, much more relaxing. Very good. Okay, Olya, would you like to try?
Yes.
Modify your sentence.
It is convenient
Yes.
to learn English by watching videos, but it is a bit slower. Use reading, speaking, and watching.
Oля,
Okay.
could you turn up your microphone? I mean, make it louder, because absolutely impossible to understand what did you say.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know how to do it.
Okay, I've increased your volume.
Or just speak louder.
Just me speaking, not loud.
Okay,
it's great now. Yeah, Alan, I have a question.
Yeah.
There is such a word as hardly.
Yes.
Why there is no such a word here? It's easily and it can be hardly here too. As
Hardly it's something a little bit different meaning. Hardly.
no, I know it's opposite meaning to easily, but here we have much and a bit by far and easily. So I just want to ask about this.
Maybe you mean harder, not hardly. Hardly это hardly обозначает вряд ли.
Не только вряд ли.
Именно такое значение.
You speak in English.
Ну, в принципе.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's fine.
Means hardly. It's not hard. Hard. It's harder.
Yeah.
Okay, so you could say hardly ever.
Hardly.
I hardly ever see you. Yeah? Yeah. So it's like a you wouldn't. I don't think you would use it for a comparative or superlative. But hardly ever, it's like an downtoner or maybe even an emphasizer. You know, have you heard of emphasizers and modifiers? Like, I really love this. Yeah, so the opposite would be hardly ever.
Hardly.
Yeah, hardly ever. It's like a downtoner. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? There's okay, but it wouldn't really go with this. Yeah, you wouldn't use it for this. Yeah. Okay, guys.
Thank you.
Let's see. So the 9th would be, we'll have to do 9 and 10 for the next lesson. Yeah, we'll have to do it next time because it takes a bit of time to practice this and to learn this. So we'll leave it at this, guys. Okay, so we have managed to use comparatives and superlatives when it comes to using single or one-syllable adjectives, yeah, by adding er or est at the end, and two-syllable adjectives without the y at the end, by adding the word more or the most. Okay, and then we've used some words to modify these adjectives, like much quicker, or a bit quicker. So these are actually opposite, yeah? Much quicker or a bit quicker. Then we have by far the most popular, or she is easily the best student in our class. Easily, so without question, and so on. And much easier or significantly less important. So this we can use for either. Yeah. All right, guys. Any questions before we part?
It's okay.
All good? Yeah. Okay, so I hope you've taken a photo. Maybe if you'd like, you can practice this a little bit more.
I have all course.
Oh, you have the whole, yeah. I think, did I give it to you or the last time? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So I hope you have a great weekend.
Hope you too.
Yeah, thank you very much. I was really looking forward to the weekend. Dasha, nice to meet you. Sorry, but your connection was very weak. I couldn't understand everything you were saying. Maybe next time your connection will be better and the audio will be a bit better as well. Nice to meet you, Dasha, and nice to see you guys, Olya, Andre, and Alex.
Nice to see you. Bye.
All right, all the best.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.